What's going on, America? This is Kevin at Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And you know what is nonsense? It is nonsense how a racist, sexist, xenophobic, white nationalist, KKK, hateful man, president like Donald Trump would, for some reason, set aside his racist hatred for black people to help out 3 black basketball players that got their butts in a little pickle over in China, which blows my mind for the simple fact, out of all the countries you can pick to do some shoplifting, why would you pick China? China is one of those countries that enforce the law. Okay, it ain't like America where we just put stuff on record just to say we're doing stuff. Yeah, we don't really enforce the laws. I mean, why do we even have immigration? I mean, we should just let everybody in. Why do we even have immigration laws? Let's just let anybody who wants to come. See, America, we bend our laws to fit our political agenda. But China enforces the law. I mean, they could have easily picked a snowflake country like maybe France or something like that, or, Europe, where, hello, don't worry about it, old chap. You just had a bad day. You happened to get the sticky fingers, and it's okay. Tally-ho. Nah, but they picked China, that has a 99.9% conviction rate when it comes to theft. If you ever get caught doing anything in China, you don't even need a lawyer. You're like, man, I'm not going to pay you because I'm not going to win the case anyway. Just let me go in. I'm going to try to throw out some, yeah, man, I was, now, okay, guilty. So they get caught stealing in China. And if President Trump was so racist, if he wanted to eliminate all black people, if he hated black people, if he wanted to implement the genocide of the black man and the black woman and all minorities, he would have been like, you know what? This is a way we can get rid of at least 3 more black people. Keep them over there. You know what? Prime Minister Xi, put them under the jail. If he was so hateful, he would have said, you know what? They got caught. They deserved it. Lock them up. Because these young men had no idea the pickle that they were in. They were looking at 10 years. 10 years. And President Trump didn't have to intervene, but he was wise enough to see that these young men were young, naive, and foolish, and made a mistake that could change the complete direction of their life. And I'm not even judging them because I was a young boy at one point too and made some choices where I go, thank God that didn't turn out some other way because it could have changed the course of my life. However, when you have people in your life that intercede for you because they just see you in your youth, in your foolishness, you should be thankful for that. And I do say that the young men did thank President Trump. But what gets me is that you didn't hear a lot of accolades from the left. You didn't hear CNN talking about, did you hear everybody? President Trump saved 3 young black athletes from going to prison in China. You know why? Because it doesn't fit their racial narrative. I mean, surely someone who hates black people wouldn't just have a soft spot, just a moment of racial and hatred lapse and just say, you know what, for this moment, I'm going to go ahead and reach deep down on the inside of my feelings and pull out some type of compassion and help these young black men. If anything, he'd have been like, get rid of them. But he didn't do that. So why isn't anybody covering that? Because see, then that would just stump all over the left's narrative that Donald Trump only would support rich, older white men. But it's okay. We don't expect them to support that. We don't expect them to cover that. And it's sad because a lot of minorities, unfortunately, have fallen victim to the left, to the Democrats, to the liberal media, and they watch a lot of that, what do you call it, say, fake news? Yeah, that's what it is. They watch a lot of the fake news, and they don't even get exposed to stories like that. They don't get a chance to see stuff that just blows up the narrative of Donald Trump is divisive. Donald Trump hates everybody that isn't rich white men. They don't get a chance to see those things. It kind of blew my mind that CNN and the rest of all the liberal media stations and the Democrats that always try to make it seem like he's a racist. I always wondered why they never talked about how when Jennifer Hudson's family members got killed, it was Donald Trump who put her in his hotels to get away and to stay there as refuge. And yet nobody ever talks about that because it doesn't fit their racial narrative. And I'm going, those are not behaviors of a hardcore, full-blown white nationalist, KKK, skinhead, anti-Jewish, anti-Muslim, anti-anybody but white older men person to do. I mean, just doesn't fit the narrative. And if anybody uses any logic, they should start reconsidering their opinion. Or how about this? Reconsider the opinions and the narratives that are being pushed and manipulated in the media and by the left. And if you do that, you'll probably start to reconsider your own opinions as well. Can you explain what would move him to do these things? Why would he do that if he's such a hateful, racist, prejudiced man? I mean, he should just left him over there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know, and they should have made some better choices, too. So I hope they learn from their lesson. I'm glad that the president stepped in on their behalf because, you know, there's some places in the world you definitely don't want to go to jail. And China's one of them. You don't want to go to the jail in China. You don't want to go to jail in Mexico. OK, you go down there in Mexico. They be like, listen here, man, you know what you're going to have to do? For you to even get out or get bail, you're going to have to give us $30,000. And then you give them 30 and, you know, some places just they got their own corrupt system. You don't want to go to jail in Mexico, Russia, China, North Korea, and certain places in Africa. You don't want to go to jail there. So they better be thanking God every night like, whew, thank God for Donald Trump. And I'm glad that they had the boldness to actually say thank you. Now, speaking of thank you, I want to thank the people that have been supporting Kevin's Corner. And I cannot find the words to really tell you how much I appreciate everyone who watches my channel, who supports my channel. Someone made the suggestion of, hey, how can I donate to your cause, what you're doing? And they said you should, you know, put something up that gives us the chance to do it. And so I put a couple links up. I'm working on this technology stuff, y'all. But I opened up a Cash App link, and it's in the video below. You'll be able to see the link. And also I opened up a PayPal link. So if you would like to donate to Kevin's Corner so I can step up my production, and, you know, I would really appreciate it. And there are other links too to get to my other social media outlets. And so please join my social media outlets. Click like, share the video, and keep supporting. It was great. One of the people that donated to me, it was a African-American lady. And she said, you know what? We are we're a double minority. Not only are we black, but we are black Trump supporters, which puts us in even a smaller category. And so I kind of chuckled at that. And then she said, oh, by the way, I love when you're talking about the snowflakes and you use that snowflake voice like, Donald Trump is so mean every time because when he says bad things, it hurts my feelings on the inside. She said, man, every time I hear that, I crack up. My feelings on the inside, you know. And so so I want to say thank you to all those that have been supporting the channel. And I intend to be an excellent steward of your donations. I appreciate it, and continue to watch because you know what it is, man. Truth is just, it's the new hate speech. We got to keep it going. So God bless, and make sure that you spread the word that Donald Trump reached out and helped some African Americans so we can blow up this narrative that he hates all black people. Anyway, God bless you. Take care.